What's DMX Smoothing?
DMX Smoothing, right? All right, here we go. DMX Smoothing basically allows you to take the dimming curves for these guys, and it allows you to dim much smoother.
I currently use the PavoSlim 120. One of the wishes I had, Barry, which is what I mentioned to you at San Diego Expo Atlanta, is
two batteries.
mounts.
Yes.
So, and also, I'm using the 120, which seems to be enough power for me, but can I go outside with that thing and be in the rain?
No, that's not going to give you what you're, but this guy definitely will, because of the fact that it's an IP55 on the head.
I didn't know what it was, so
Yes.
IP55.
IP55, but this guy right here has to have a cover for it. So basically, also, we have the ability to have a much longer cord, so if you don't need this guy to be in the rain, you can get it farther away, okay? That makes it easier to be able to deal with. But as far as the tech specs go, the Alien 300, and then there's an Alien 150 over your shoulder as well, allow you to be able to do CCT, which is a wide range, 2700 Kelvin, all the way up to 12,000
Which is
Kelvin.
huge, right?
Oh, it's massive.
So you're giving me the big highlights.
Yes.
Good. This is like, because I as a PavoSlim user,
Right.
which I absolutely love, this is almost like the PavoSlim Pro.
It is. It's got a lot of the same things, but it's a little bit higher up
I like
than
that.
the PavoSlim.
So the question was, this could have been a NANLux product. That's how good this is, technically, right?
Technically,
It's-
yeah, it could
it's
have.
pretty professional.
It really has that professional type quality, that cinema type quality, Walter, that we like to talk about, right?
Which, when I saw this in the box, I'm like, why is this not NANLux? Because this sounds like it's pretty professional.
Well, this is something that they really wanted to do as far as the NANLITE side for broadcast folks, documentary,
Exactly.
all those different types of folks. It kind of is a screwdriver that fits for a lot of different screws, right?
Yes.
So this gives you that ability. And having the HSI as well as the XY coordinates, and then figuring out what your red, green, or blue, or whatever color you want to make. Effects as well as lead gels, so you can actually use different gel
this
colors.
is huge.
It is. It's got all
That's
the
why
bells
I'm
and
like,
whistles.
Did I not say this should be product of the year? Like
Yeah.
before, like when I
Oh,
walked up
you
here?
did. You said that to me, right?
And I saw, so I'm in the show, and when you had to do a timeout, I actually said, out of everything I've seen at the show, all the wasn't really even announced, really.
Right.
So what NANLITE does, which is a tease, if you go to the trade show and you just look around, NANLITE provides little nuggets. And this little nugget, my little nugget, which is a PavoSlim, at a show was just off in the side, not even lit, not even showcased, but this, they do a little bit better because it's on the corner.
Yep.
But they really even haven't announced this.
Right.
I got lucky because I came to the show early and I said, this ain't cool, and they showed me two little boxes and they allowed me to take a little sneak peek. And that was the exciting part for me.
That's true.
I've seen a lot of stuff at the show, and I'll see more stuff later on.
Yeah.
But for me personally, IP55 you said?
IP55 on the head, but this guy takes a rain cover.
Does it interfere with?
It actually comes with the rain cover.
Does it interfere with overheating? What's the deal with
No,
it?
not at all.
So you
It
don't have
has
to worry
no
about
issue with
overheating?
No, not at all.
That would be a question, right?
Yep. The overheating would come because the head itself, but the actual head has the heat sink on the back of it.
Oh, so
That's one of the reasons we call it the Alien, Walter, is because it looks like alien eyes. The fans are over the heat sink right here. That allows it to be able to stay cool.
Tell me about the heat sinks on top.
So the heat sink itself is this whole piece right here that we see all around it. This is the actual cooling unit that allows you to be able to keep it cool. So it wouldn't matter if
is
it got
passive?
wet. So it is passive, but it does use fans as well. It can be a smart fan to allow it to be able to
The noise,
change.
for people that always ask about the noise.
Correct.
Right? So it's
Always
pretty
ask
quiet.
about the noise. So it's very quiet, actually.
So let's talk about more about the head.
Okay.
So this is, so to verify, we have two pieces.
Right?
We have IP55, which you don't need to cover,
Right?
passive and fan cooling.
Right. It's got fan cooling, right?
dual. It looks like it has dual.
Yeah.
This is the vents.
Yep.
What does that mean, I-55?
So usually that's a rain or dust and wind and water.
So 5 means they can do rain, dust.
Correct.
I
so
learned that.
Allows us to be able to be in a situation that could be a hostile environment. We'll call it that, right?
Like worst case scenario.
Right. Worst case scenario, we got rain coming all over the place.
So is 5 the highest?
5, I believe, actually 7 is the highest.
So 5 is pretty snappy.
Oh, it is. It is. It definitely keeps
And
it
what's
so
the
that.
second number mean?
I believe what it is on the IP55, the second 5 has something to do with not similar the particulates, if I remember right. Yeah.
So we're learning this together. So next
It's
time.
allowing you to be able to work in hostile environments.
So 55. So it's not 55. it's 5, 5.
Right. That's what they call it, IP55.
But it's really IP5, 5. So
Right.
each 5 is, that number is 2 separate.
Sure. It's giving you a range or basically a benchmark of where it should be.
So let's talk about the new, this looks like a new.
So the yoke itself
Yeah.
is this piece right here, and actually it's a little more heavy duty, but it gives you with a single locking mechanism.
That's huge, right?
Yep.
That's been a huge request for NANLITE.
Right. Single locking, which we've done a lot on our Forzas and some of the others, so it's been really ready
this
to
is
go.
like something that, because when I first got into NANLITE, we had the 2.
Right.
You had to like.
Now you have just a single
This
lock
is the biggest,
locking in.
one of the big complaints for NANLITE. So having this, and pretty much it's a smooth locking. You don't have to really torque it down. Can you move that for me a little bit?
Sure.
So I didn't have to do too much. Okay, good.
Sure.
And talk about, is this a new type of connection?
So the connector itself is actually something we've used for a while on our Forzas. It's a more heavy duty
And
connector.
the Forza is a higher end.
Right, is we're higher in single mono lights, but the actual connector itself has the ability to be plugged up and has the water resistance on it, remember? So
Yeah.
that makes it easier for us to go from the controller up to the head.
And is this what do you call
This
baby
piece,
pin?
yeah, this is actually has a baby pin, but it also can be a junior pin.
Can we take this to
Sure.
sell? So, what made you guys decide on this length?
So the way the pin itself works, it can give you the baby pin setup, or it can do junior pin.
That's cool, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a 2-in-1.
It's a 2-in-1, so you want to be able to have whatever you need to, and then on any stand that you would have available.
So this is not unique to the Coupa having this up here.
Oh no, not at all. I mean, most
This is
most
a standardized stand.
Yeah, this is what we call a combo stand. It
Yeah,
has
so
the
you
ability
don't
to do
need
both.
this doesn't need to be down here. Right here, you got all the torque.
As long as it has enough to lock in and safely attach, that's all we care
so
about.
this can go without having the, what's that pin called? The one, actually what I'm
So
using?
it's called a 5/8 baby pin.
So you don't need a baby pin, but if you wanted to.
Well, we could if we needed to.
So it's dual.
Yes.
Okay. And what's the market? Who's going to be like?
So a market for something like this and the smaller one would be anywhere from the broadcast folks that are doing cinema, folks that are doing documentary style.
Run and gun.
Run and gun. Somebody that needs something that's bright. So it could be a content creator like yourself that would need something
As
bright
you know,
enough
I would love to go
and
for
be able
one.
to have that.
Because I'm going to be with you guys, obviously at Cine Gear Expo. Where is it this year?
So the Cine Gear?
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be on the Warner Brothers lot.
So as we know from Paramount, when I'm outside doing interviews,
Yep.
is there much difference in weight compared from this to the?
So yeah,
PavoSlim?
this guy's probably going to be a little bit more heavier than your PavoSlim.
like roughly like.
Roughly.
We're not doing not scientific.
Yeah,
we're not
this
German.
isn't. Yeah, this is just my
Double
estimate.
the weight, maybe?
Probably double the weight of what the setup
Which
truly
the
is.
PavoSlim is very lightweight.
Yes, because it's so thin, right?
Yes.
This guy is much
Has the
thicker.
more robust.
Yeah, but it also has more output because of that.
Yes, which is sort of cool. It's just almost more like a 4x5 factor, and this is more like a 16x9. Looks like.
Sure. If you want to say it in televisionese, yes.
Yeah, so to keep it simple.
That's more like a 2x1, and this is probably a little bigger than a 1x1, more like a 1x1.5.
Let's flip it around and talk about the spread.
All right.
Maybe lose the softbox. Does it have is it, let's see how easy the softbox is to take off. Let's keep it on. No, you don't take it off. This is easy.
That's not bad. There you go.
I'm assuming this collapses?
Yes.
So easy to
So it
use?
makes it really collapsible. This is one of NANLITE's
Oh yeah, this is
softbox
good.
abilities.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is good, right?
It's part of like the PavoSlim. You've
Yeah,
got
it's
the
nice.
ability to close
so
it
let's
down.
talk about this a little bit.
So this is new. This is a new type of setup.
Oh.
Now you're going to recognize the way that the lenses are on top of this because it's much like what yours is on your other one. Okay. So, but the difference you're going to see is the way that the LEDs are laid out. Okay.
Yep, now we're good.
Yep. You good? Okay. So the LEDs themselves are kind of combined and halved, and this allows you to have more LEDs around an RGB, giving you much more even output when it comes across from moving from like 3200 to 5600 Kelvin. So you can see right now we have the brighter or the 5600 lit up, and the one that's more down towards tungsten is not as bright. So it's moving across the spectrum or the CCT spectrum, so it works a little bit better.
So these are very efficient. How's the power draw?
Power draw is very good on this guy. So it's one of those things that we're still working on because they've got some software they need to finish up as a new light.
Still like not many
yeah, but I mean, it's going to be a good, very good light for you to be able to have.
The NANLink link is maturing, and people are now using it as an option from DMX.
Yes, oh yeah, it's definitely become something that people can use and
Reliable.
they feel like, hey, it's going to work for me every time. So for battery solutions, you can go 14.8 volt.
Which is the industry standard.
Right, you can do 26 volt if you need to do that.
Does it have any, do you still get full power with the 14 volt?
14.0 volt is always going to give you less than that because on a 300 watt light, you're probably looking at around 50 to 60%, roughly in that. But here's something that's interesting.
That's what I'm looking for.
You can use 14.8 volt on one side, 26 on the other, and it'll work just fine.
From these lights.
No, I mean, you pretty much covered what it is for both of what the Aliens are, and they really are going to be new, exciting lights for us.
And like I mentioned, everybody, this, for me personally, and I've seen a lot of stuff at the show, these are the most exciting products at the show that are not even being featured at the show. So these are pre-deep dive with Barry Garcia from NANLITE. We have the 300C Alien and the 150C Alien, which includes the softbox, the head, and this in the new
controller.
Yoke.
Right, everything. The new holder, basically,
which is
that we
pretty
have.
secure, easy to use.
Oh yeah, very much.
So just wanted to say thank you very much, and don't be touching nothing. So this is Walter Van Dusen,
Barry Garcia,
and we are NANLITE. I'm Team NANLITE, and Barry is Team NANLITE too. So thank you very much, and see you at San Diego Expo.
Yes, we
LA.
will, and Warner Brothers.
Thank you very much, and if you have any questions, Barry is always. Barry actually helped me out when I first got one of my lights. I'm like, how do you attach this? He actually, I got lucky. It's not appropriate, but I got lucky that he helped me with that. But NANLITE has good customer service.
Yes, of course we do.
How can they get a hold of people at NANLITE?
You can always get a hold of us at NANLITE support, or go to sales@nanliteus.com.
You also have a pretty active Facebook group.
Yeah, and Facebook, yeah, you can always jump on the Facebook and join the group, right?
But it's probably better, if you need technical support, you should never really post tech support on a Facebook group. If you really want...
Yeah, reach out to us. We always have support@nanliteus.com is always where you can come
Facebook user groups, for you guys, if you made it this far, just use Facebook groups as a way to showcase what you're doing. Maybe, don't be asking like very technical questions. I know that Facebook is not manned by a 24/7 IT specialist. You know what I mean? I'm not just talking about NANLITE, but all these groups. Just contact NANLITE. They help me out. They'll help you out.
Yeah.
And you buy it once, and you don't have to worry about it.
That's true. That's true.
Thank you, Nick.
Thanks, Walter.
Thank you very much.